Egyptian armies concentrated their forces along the Suez Canal under the cover of a training exercise. The image of normalcy was also maintained in an attempt to deceive the IDF. Soldiers walked along the canal without wearing helmets, they continued to fish in the canal, and false criticisms of Egyptian-used Soviet equipment were planted in Cairo newspapers. Nevertheless, IDF observations still noticed unusual amounts of military activity in the area. When this situation was discussed by Israeli High Command on September 30th, Intelligence Chief Major General Eli Zaira assured the government that the probability of war was low. After details of the Egyptian offensive, known as Operation Badr, were received at 0400 hours on the morning of October 6th, preparations began for mobilization, but it was far too late. Just before 2 p.m. on Yom Kippur, the holiest day in Judaism's calendar, more than 200 Egyptian aircraft flew low over the Suez canals, launching strikes on Israeli Hawk surface-to-air missile batteries, airfields, command posts, and other infrastructure in Sinai. The attacks were successful, but Egypt lost 40 aircraft to air combat and ground fire. At the same time, 2 Tu-16 bombers flew over the Mediterranean and launched AS-5 Kelt missiles at Tel Aviv to show the Israelis any attempt at strategic bombing would be met in kind. In Sinai, 14 more Tupolev bombers successfully attacked targets in the Sinai Desert. The bombardment on land began at the same time, as over 2,000 artillery pieces, including howitzers, heavy mortars, and even Katyusha rocket launchers, began to hammer the Bar-Lev line, supplemented by specially placed tanks atop the sand ramparts. During the first minute of Operation Badr, it's estimated that around 10,500 shells hit the first line of Israeli defense. Shortly after the bombardment began, specialized Egyptian tank hunter squadrons, armed with RPGs and Malyutka anti-tank missiles, crossed the Suez Canal and occupied ambush positions at pre-planned Israeli tank emplacements.